Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 1, and we would like to present our material from Article 7. But first, we would like to introduce our members, starting with me. My name is Tifa Ade A, and the other member is Ikhwan Husaini and Bunga Khairania Amara. And today's topic is solidarity in the discourse of protest for women's rights, liberation, a sociolinguistic study of Mahsa Amini's case. Next. We start it with the citation and the context. So this research was written by Harmia in 2023 and published in Lingua Didactia. And the citation number are very much of simple. In 2023, they published the article and the volume is 17 in issue 2 and the page start from 207 till 218. So this topic is field in sociolinguistic. So we can look from the language from social side, and the poster were analyzed using speech act theory uh, by Settley 1979. And this type of study used qualitative research and descriptive and interpretative case study. Next. We move to our background for this article. So, woman. This article talk about a woman named Mahsa Amini that brings up into the chaos for in 2022 because women in some countries they still face unfair treatment, especially where culture and religion control daily life. So in Iran, there is a rule where women must follow strict dress rule. And Mahsa Amini, she is a 22-year-old woman. She was arrested because the police said that her hijab was improper. She wearing hijab not in a good way, maybe like her hair, we can see her hair and all that. And 3 days later, she died after the arresting. And this tragedy actually shocked the world and people across many countries from New York to Jakarta. They held poster because they wanted to show solidarity. And these poster, they became a symbol of pain, anger, and hope. Next, move to Ikhwan. To Ikhwan, time is yours.
So the aim of this study is to understand how solidarity is expressed through language in protest posters related to Mahsa Amini's case. So solidarity here refers to the unity formed when people share common goals, emotion, or identity. The study emphasized that protest language is usually short, powerful, and emotionally charged because it is used to resist injustice and support marginalized groups. So the previous studies explore solidarity in ethnic communities and in online environment, but not many focus specifically on protest posters. So this research fills that gap by examining how simple written message can build a strong sense of collective support. So the research focus is the studies focus on answering two main research questions. So number one is what forms of solidarities appear in the discourse of the Mahsa Amini's protest on Instagram, and the second one is what kind of speech acts are used to communicate that solidarity. So the first one is this explore how this explore how protesters express unity whether through shared identity, shared goals, or shared emotions. This include identifying. Sorry, the second one. This include identifying whether the message are assertive statements, emotional expressions, calls to actions, or other forms of speech. The next one, theoretical framework. So they have two key theories. The first one is solidarity theory, and the second one is speech act theory. So according to Bauman and other scholars, solidarity can take two forms. So the first one is mechanical solidarity, which is based on similarity. People feel unified because they share identity or experience. The second one is organic solidarity, which is based on interdependence and trust. People unite because they rely on and support each other. So this theory helps the study understand how protest message create a sense of togetherness among people from different backgrounds. So the speech act theory by Shirley, 1979. So the speech act theory divides language into several types. So the first one is like assertive, which means stating facts, expressing beliefs, directives, which mean urging or calling for action, commissive, which means promising or committing to some things, expressive, which means expressing feelings or emotions, declarative, which means creating change through speech. These frameworks help classify how protesters use language to show solidarity, express emotions, and demand justice. So the next one will be explained by Bunga Khairana. Time is yours.
Okay, let's move to the methodology. The research used a descriptive method with a qualitative approach. To fulfill the research purpose, the qualitative approach was used to do its function in understanding social and linguistic phenomena. The data come from protest posters with English slogans. They found this poster under the hashtag Mahsa Amini on Instagram. They collect 45 screenshots which gave them 50 slogans to analyze. The analysis includes classifying the speech act and then looking for words that show solidarity. Only posters from the actual protest event were used. Next. Move to the limitation. The study is limited because it's only use Instagram data. It's only look at English poster and only analyze the words, not the picture or the deeper context. Next. Key finding. The result show that assertive speech act were the most common. Assertive act make up 62% of all messages. Assertive message are statement, fact, accusation, shared truths, and moral claims. This type of message strengthens the protesters' shared belief and group identity. Next.
Okay, next, the findings will be presented by me, Tifa. So the findings here in the table one, they said percentage of speech act appearances in poster from the protest. So if we take a look at the speech act, we see the assertive becomes the top one because they found on the screenshot 31 in 50 data, which means they met into 62%. For those who don't understand what is assertive, assertive is a speech act that gives a statement. it tells when the speaker believes it's true. So it's a delivering fact, opinion, and moral claim. So the next one we have directive. Directive is uh, tells us or asks someone to do something. And they found 12 data among 50. So it made 24%. Next one we have commissive. Commissive itself, it's like a speech act that asks for an action and commitment in the future. Like they ask for like maybe it for the government, organization, or the country. And they found three number over than 50. So it makes 6%. And the next one we have expressive. So expressive is speech acts that show emotion, like expressive gitu. They found four expressive in the poster among 50. So it make 8%. So calculated to all, assertive is the highest and expressive is the lowest. Next, we move to the sample analysis. So here they said, in the poster, they said mandatory hijab rules suck. And this sentence shows that this is expressive because they show the woman actives is agree. They are angry. They're angry because this dress code in Iran that get Mahsa Amini killed is the reason why they have protest. And this expressive speech act, according to Serle 1979, expressive it's a sentence that show feelings, emotion according to some situation. And this, according to Johnson 1986, solidarity is show ups because people have their feelings, have the beliefs, has the same emotion. And here the demonstrant, they feel the emotion between woman and woman in Iran. So that made the solidarity that we are talking about. So next will be presented by Iwan. To Iwan, time is yours.
So in this sample analysis, the the post the protest message use a directive speech act. It directly calls for actions or change. Like on the posters, screams so that not that one day, 100 years from now, another sister will not have to dry your tears wondering where in history she lost your voice. So this type of message creates organic solidarity because it brings people together through a shared sense of responsibility or actions. So the language in this symbol shows how protests mm, not only express feeling but also push for a collective movement and real social change. So the next one is uh, so this poster used the uh, assertive speech acts by representing a share truth or moral claims. So the message emphasizes injustice and highlight a collective belief that women deserve, uh, let's say, by we are not separate by distance, but we are separated by silence. These posters also reflect a mechanical solidarity as people unite based by one opinion and the same feel. So, the next poster will explain by Bunga.
Okay, move to the commercial sample. At the poster, UK's government when will at the poster, UK government, when will you listen to your British Iranians? We are calling you. This poster said that this is a demand for the government to commit to an action in the future. It shows strong solidarity despite the border of geography. Next. Next, move to the author claims. The language in protest poster helped build solidarity among people from different countries. And assertive acts were most common because they are strong messages used to state fact and show support. Solidarity in the movement is global. It comes from shared goals, emotion, and identity. Last but not least is speech act help people communicate resistance, support, and demand for women's rights. Next.
So I will explain about the implications. So the first one is the language is in protest matter. So the words chosen for a poster can shape unity, influence emotions, and strengthen global support. The second one, protest posters can spread awareness internationally. Even short message can spark global conversation and engagement. Speech Act, third, Speech Act analyze how research understand activism. It reveals how demands, emotions, and resistance are communicated through simple linguistic choice. The last one, digital platform amplify solidarity. Instagram allows message from local protests to reach global audience quickly, helping movements grow beyond national borders. In conclusions, to conclude the study, to conclude, the study highlighted linguistic expression in Mahsa Amini's protest. Posters play a crucial role in forming global solidarity. Assertive and directive speech acts are dominant because protesters rely on presenting shared truth and beliefs, expressing collective emotions, calling for united action. Solidarity emerges not only from shared identity as women, but from shared emotion, shared injustice, and shared moral responsibility. Through language, people from different countries can feel connected to the same cause and stand together. The last one will explain by Bunga.
The study highlights how language acts as both as a symbolic tools. and a politic instrument. For the future research, should study more complex things like deeper discourse level and multimodal communication. Next. Okay, for the audience, you guys need to answer this question. Question one, what emotion do you think drive people to protest the most? Anger, sadness, or hope? Question two, if you could make one rule to protect women, what would it be?
Okay, I think we have come to the end of our discussions. Bunga have set the question that the audience should answer your this question you should answer as the audience, and you may send it to the G form that Mishira have sent us. So I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for your attentions. I hope that this presentation can bring you to something. That's it. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.